I'm gonna go ahead on and drop this tea before somebody drop it for me. I am no longer in a relationship. I am no longer engaged. I will not be friends with my ex. This was not a mutual agreement.
Oh, super girl. We done seen this movie before. But I guess we here to discuss it. Is y'all ready to talk about it? New Orleans, get up here in the front of the congregation. We got to discuss a few things. Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And Supa sent a New Orleans native is up on the docket. New Orleans, I need everybody from New Orleans to get up front in the congregation. Drop you a little fleur-de-lis in the chat. Because we got to discuss what's going on over here with Supa in Rayzor. Girl, I don't know if y'all heard, but Supa Cent and Rayzor is broken up, girl. Yeah, girl. Supa Cent and her man Rayzor, who she found on the street, dusted him off and put him in front of us like he's somebody he ain't. Yeah, him, Rayzor. She done found him, dusted him off, got engaged, and now they are no longer an item. Now, let me just say this. This is not the first rodeo we done had with Supa. If you have been following Supa since back in the gap, you know this is on brand for Supa. What Supa does is she find her little nobody, and then she pick them up, dust them off, give them a business, typically a clothing brand or something like that, so they can feel like they men's, even though they not. And then put them in front of us, have them give us stuff like rings and clothes and cars, even though behind the scenes, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe Supa buying it all, and she's just having them, y'all know how it go. Y'all ever seen when a couple at a restaurant and the girl give the debit card or the credit card to the man so he could pay for the meal, so he could feel like, he a man, even though he really not a man? That's what Supa does with her men. So yeah, her and Rayzor has broken up. She made an announcement today. And the people are, or at least in New Orleans, are in shambles, girl. Now, a lot of y'all may not know Supa. Let's get Supa up here so y'all can see who Supa is. So Supa Cent is a New Orleans native. She also went by Wazam Supa. Supa Cent on Instagram. She started on Vine. She's a real funny girl. I want to say Supa either from Cross the River or Uptown. I can't remember. But anyways, Supa was a girl working in the French quarters as a waitress. She was cool. She was funny, at least from what I seen. I've never met the girl. Down to earth. And she overnight became a millionaire. Supa Cent, as we call it in New Orleans, Supa, started this business called The Crayon Case. It is a makeup line. You guys go support. I heard it's really good. I've never been able to get any, but nevertheless, she started this thing called The Crayon Case. That's a makeup line, and she would do these sales depending on what's going on social media. It was kind of genius. Like if there's drama on social media between her and something else, she'll drop a name and do a sale. And it just so happened, I want to say it was a Black Friday. She hit like $1 million, or she like crashed the internet or her website or whatever, selling a whole bunch of stuff for Black Friday, I believe. And I could be wrong on the date as far as Black Friday, but either way, the girl became a millionaire overnight, which was huge for the city of New Orleans. I feel like that gave the young Black girl who grew up in New Orleans, who, is not used to seeing successful Black people, because it's just not really the case. A lot of fakers, but not a lot of real, successful Black people. It gave young Black girls, or even Black women, period, an image of somebody who can make it, and obviously they too can make it as well. Her makeup brand, The Crayon Case, was basically modeled after like crayons, basically. So she had pencils. Like right now she's using a loose leaf paper as far as white, like her wipes, her makeup wipes. Like it was a super dope concept. everybody was here for it. Everybody was like, oh my God. They had a lot of people that tried to come in and, tried to get in her little yin, but it didn't work, because what works for one person may not work for you. So shout out to Supa for being creative and doing her thing. Now, a lot of you may or may not know this, but Supa Scent got her start from her friend, the real BB Judy, Big Booty Judy. She's also a New Orleans native, who was actually one of the first, if not, I want to say the first young black woman or female millionaire in the city. And BB Judy put on her friend, which is Supa Scent. This is from what I used to hear back in the streets. She put Supa on, helped her with all her stuff. I was told, I could be wrong, but I was told she let Supa use her warehouse when she first got started, and Supa then turned herself into the young successful millionaire. They gave out like toys like crazy, broke the Guinness World Record of giving out the most toys at a toy drive. It was amazing, and I love to see that these two girls put each other on, or at least for Judy. She put on her friend, and her friend became super duper successful and was able to do so much moving forward, and it was all because her friend looked out for her and reached back. That's big, especially for black people, but in particularly for the city of New Orleans, because we all know New Orleans is a different place. That is not the same place as other places, girl. I'm telling you, New Orleans is different. Now, the real BB Judy, who's now married to the brat and now have a new baby, she had the business called Kaleidoscope. Still does. She's basing it out of Atlanta now. At first it was in New Orleans, but now she's basing it out of Atlanta. She does extremely well. We all see the gift she gives Miss Brat Baby. So we know that Judy is doing her thing. But to me, honestly, I will always pay homage, however you want to say it, to black girls looking out for other black girls, because Judy really did her big one when she reached back to Supa with her connections and her business sense to help her friend to become just as successful as she. And it makes sense, because let me tell y'all something. I'd rather be successful and help my friend be successful, so they don't be asking me all up in my, hey, can I borrow? No, girl, here, let me teach you how to fish so you don't keep coming to me for your fish. So anyways, once Supa got on, she decided to pay it forward and bless her friends and help her friends out with their own businesses, and she did just that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Black Tatted. Black Tatted was Supa's best friend back in the day when they was young. Black Tatted has this company called Black Smoke. It's super, super dope. That boy sold out in like he's a millionaire overnight as well. The exact same way, probably using the exact same formula that Supa used, which is the same formula that, in my opinion, that I believe to be the Big Booty Judy's, the real BB Judy. So I love that these people put each other on. I thought that this was amazing. I thought that this was something that needed to be done. And they are, to me, I'm not in their friend group, but to me, they are some of the people who really understand the power of unity and understand the power of sticking together and making sure everybody eats, because that's not typical in the black culture, period, all across the lands. Y'all already know how that go. And so Black Smoke, after becoming a millionaire, he then turns around and gives Supa a vehicle, because he was showing his appreciation for her, basically helping him, and she did the same thing, let him use her warehouse and all types of things. Y'all, it's so amazing. That is the great side of Supa that we love. That's the part that made black women want to support Supa, because Supa support not only her friends, but she support people around her. She's a very giving girl. She's one of those girls that, she may not be everybody's cup of tea, but she don't have really no real malice in her heart. That's just in my humble opinion. Again, I've never met Supa. I know just as much about Supa as most people on the internet. However, I do know people who know Supa and Tokyo Vanity and all those girls, because all of them girls are connected. They all came up together. Now, before we get into why we're actually here, I wanted to point out Supa's old social media presence. Supa was that girl on Vine. I don't know how old y'all is, but if y'all remember Vine was the shiznai. Supa would go on Vine and say anything out her mouth, and people loved it. Check out a little snippet of some of the things Supa would say.
Trying to tell my child that Santa Claus is fake, bitch, I'ma feel played. Y'all got some motherfucking nerve when y'all grown ass believe in karma. Y'all believe in the Illuminati. Y'all believe in step on a crack, break your mama back. Bitch, y'all believe in black cat, bring bad luck. Bitch, y'all believe in splitting the pole. Bitch, y'all believe in all this fucking superstitious shit. And y'all don't want these churn to believe in Santa Claus, bitch. You hoes is cheeky. Y'all want recognition for everything. Them churn gonna know when they get older you bought them presents, ho. Them children gonna fucking know. You always do the most. I worked too hard. My child gotta know I bought this. They gonna know. Lie. They either put y'all children in a whole different school. Cause y'all children come to school and tell my child, my innocent ass child, that Santa ain't real. Y'all got the game fucked up. Homeschool them children, bitch. Homeschool. Girl, you can't post nothing without somebody telling you how they do it, bitch. I can take a video of me wiping my ass and somebody gonna be like, oh no, I wipe my ass in a circular movement and I wet the tissue a little bit to give it that warm feeling and I pat first. Bitch, let me do me.
Now y'all seen that, and Supa was hilarious. She really was. I used to follow her on all her platforms. I still do follow her on Instagram and everything. I thought she was hilarious. Now that we've gotten a brief background on Supa, let's get into her and Rayzor. Rayzor. So yeah, Rayzor is Supa's now ex-fiance as of yesterday. She got online to tell everybody, hey y'all, before somebody else drop my teas, let me let y'all know that this, my man is over. We not together no more. It's not amicable. None of that is going on. Now, we all know, like I said at the beginning of this video, Supa like to pick these dudes up off the street, dust them off, give them clothing brands. And that's one you're looking at right here in the background. She's done a lot of things for this young man, other than clothing brands. She's done things such as buy him land. Yes. Supa is that type of giving person, but I believe a lot of people come into Supa's life just to simply take from her. I believe she have more takers in her life than actual people who are genuine. Let's take a look at the clip of her surprising him with a piece of land on their anniversary.
This stamp makes it official. You are now the owner of this beautiful lot. Congratulations. And this is the formal documents that we will file on your behalf. Once again, congratulations, guys.
Closing on site.
On site. Give it that makes sense. Give it that makes a lot of sense. That's that make dollars, baby. Not this, that we give niggas dollars.
I won't be like y'all when I got
So you guys saw that she purchased him a piece of land on their anniversary. And that's typical of Supa. That's what she does. She's not only done this with Rayzor, she's done it with other people. In my opinion, and because it's not my business, but in my opinion, to me, I felt that was not the thing to do. That's just me. I felt like that was problematic because a lot of these black men, a lot of them, not all of them, but especially in New Orleans, a lot of them are basically moochers. They mooch off of women. Hell, right now they even mooching off the punks, girl. They mooching off everybody to get on, and they really don't genuinely, be there for the person, if it makes sense. And not to mention it cripples them even more than they're already crippled, in my opinion. So yeah, to be honest, I wasn't really here for it, but that's her business, her man. Now, Supa and Rayzor, mind you, only started dating in 2020, right off the heels of her leaving Lou, and we're gonna get into him at the end of the video, but it is what it is. So recently, Rayzor got on one knee and proposed to Supa. Now, again, this is a movie we've all seen before because Supa had the same thing done with her and Lewis, but we'll get to that here in a second. Let's take a look at this proposal, you guys. So there was the proposal. A lot of people were excited for her. Her and Rayzor seemed like they were on the good foot, doing extremely well, and they were actually gonna be, you know, a successful couple. Now, this would upset me most with black women. There were a lot of black women who was upset at other black women for calling out the bullshit and saying, hey, Supergirl, if I was you, I wouldn't do that, and feeling like black women are bitter. You know, the same way Simone Biles is doing, because we calling out the fact that her husband ain't worth 2 nickels. Let's get into this girl's TikTok who has something to say about this.
Hey y'all, so I wanted to come on here real quick and talk about this Supa situation with her now fiance. So apparently it seems as though some of y'all black women are very bitter and jealous at the fact that this woman went and spent her hard-earned money on her man to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. She bought him some land. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Ladies, we have to stop being so bitter and angry. Being bitter and angry is an ugly trait. You can definitely go and seek some help, sis. Like, this is out of control. All the comments and stuff that I'm reading about this woman, and none of y'all know her personally. None of y'all even know him personally, but y'all all got these negative opinions. Learn to be genuinely happy for people, or just keep scrolling. It's really just that simple. Like, at some point, we got to get our minds right. Okay? Please. Let's get this together. Stop being such a hater. Congratulations, y'all, on your engagement. Congratulations on your first piece of land, sir. I am so happy you guys are getting ready to join in the union. Marriage is a beautiful thing.
Now, y'all heard Pick Mika. It's so many things I could say about Pick Mika in this video, but I'm not gonna do it because maybe Pick Mika don't understand that she's part of the problem. But anyway, do you see the comments this lady is making? Now women are bitter. They just don't know how to congratulate women. No, maybe some women see, hey girl, let me tap you on your shoulder, girl. He ain't the one. And then furthermore, ma'am, she obviously does not know New Orleans. New Orleans is extremely small. If you don't know somebody personally, you know somebody who know them personally. That's how it works. So yeah, a lot of us do know her, ma'am. And a lot of us do know him. So mind your business from wherever it is you from. She probably from Texas or somewhere. Shout out to Texas. But you know what I mean? It's always somebody from the outside looking in. Let it go, lay down. Moving on. So now, long story short, here we are, the so-called seemingly happy couple online, which I continuously remind y'all, people only show you what they want you to see, has now broken up. Let's get into this statement from Supa.
I'm gonna go ahead on and drop this tea before somebody drop it for me. I am no longer in a relationship. I am no longer engaged. I will not be friends with my ex. This was not a mutual agreement. I will not ask for privacy at this time because I know what come with this. I had a public relationship, so I have no problem with y'all speaking publicly about it. I will not be dating no time soon. Don't ask me. Don't even be expecting it. You will not catch me with nobody. You will not catch nobody with me. So yeah, I dropped that tea before somebody could drop it for me. There you go. Have a great day.
Now that was Supa telling us what's going on. One thing about her, she's super transparent. She don't hide much about anything to anybody. So after Supa made this comment or this video, Rayzor took to his social media to say what he had to say. So Rayzor took to his Instagram page and says, I dodged a bullet and walked away clean. I couldn't ask God for anything more. No dirt on my name, no scandal, no cheating. It's nothing anyone can say bad about me besides it didn't work out. I'm at peace with my decision. All smiles. So he's making it seem like he's the one who called it off. Well, Supa responded and said, I wish I would have dodged them licks. She talking about fighting now. I acting like he ain't just fight and drag me on the interstate. Woo, child, don't gaslight me before I spill for real. Now this sets the internet, or at least the shade room. I don't know about the internet, but New Orleans. This set New Orleans on fire, girl. The people in New Orleans was going crazy because everybody was around there saying, oh my God, like they broken up. They just announced the engagement. Everything seems so good, so perfect. Like what is going on? There's a lot of speculation, but Supa coming out basically saying that he dragged her on the interstate and she was dodging licks. tells me that it was a very tumultuous relationship. That's just what it sounds like to me. But again, like I said, people put out on social media what they want social media to know. They don't always put out what's really happening and what's really going on behind the scenes. That's why I tell y'all, stop believing everything y'all see on social media. Now, the fact Supa brought up that he dragged her and she was dodging licks, it made me want to go check out some things. So I found this video in the recent past of a fan asking Supa about what's going on with her face, and she had quite an interesting response. Y'all take a look at this video and I'm gonna come back for some commentary.
Wow, what you gonna do? If you know what it's gonna do for you. If you know what happens to my face, are you gonna defend me to the person that did it? What you gonna do to the person that did this to my face? What you gonna do?
Now, y'all, when I seen this video, I said, now that's very interesting, because you can see right above her nose or in between her eyes, it's a little swollen right there. And it was at that time and at that point, I said she might be on to something. That Negro probably was around there fighting her down to the ground. Now, you guys, hold this part right here. Please put a pin in this as far as the allegations of him swinging on Supa. I want to bring y'all back down memory lane with the last Negro she picked up off the corner, dusted him off and put him in front of us. Let's get him up here. Now, this here is Louis, a.k.a. Lou. Lou was the last Negro that she dusted off. People had a whole bunch to say about him around the hood. Everybody said he was a cheating dog. He wasn't worth a dime. But Supa loved her some Lou. So Lou comes in the picture, and Lou actually proposed to her as well. Now, later on, it came out that, on Mad Day, that nigga ain't on nothing. And we about to get into that in a second. But I want y'all to see a little snippet of him proposing to Supa. Check it out.
I'm right here.
Oh my God! Is this a proposal? Dirty South Radio exclusive. Supa Scent proposed June the 2nd, 2018.
She said yes.
Yes, she said yes. Oh my God! Oh my God! Supa Scent, yes! Yes! Congratulations, baby. Congratulations.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Get looking.
Oh, yes. Black love and entrepreneurialism all in one. Amen.
All right, so y'all seen Lou propose to Supa with her money and her ring, in my opinion. That's what I believe, allegedly. But you know what I'm saying? Here we are, another again. You heard the lady in the background talking about, that's right, black love, black empowerment, black entrepreneurship. Girl, that nigga ain't no entrepreneur and he ain't lover, in my opinion, But anyway, that was in 2018. Fast forward 2020, they are no longer together, and they ended up beefing online because Supa basically did I guess it was a dig at MC Shaky, and somehow Crazy Lou thought she was being messy toward him. Let's check out a little bit of his response.
Fuck you talking about, huh? Go do something, man. You better get a sale, make a sale or something. Don't fucking play with me, man. Should've did your year anniversary or something. Won't mention a nigga, man. Don't play with me. Fuck no. Fuck no. It ain't about to happen. Fuck you talking about, man. I really. Oh, look. I don't even play like that, son. Real talk. I don't play like that. Like, that shit was dead and gone. You know how I feel. Don't play with me. So fucking happy. It's been 1 year. Exactly 1 year today. Today makes exactly 1 year. Yet, you 4 in the hole. Stop playing, man. Stop fucking playing. So busy trying to hurt me and hurt my feelings. You can't hurt me, son. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me at all. My fucking daughter love me. You can't tell me fuck at all.
Now y'all heard Louis crazy ass. He's responding to a post that was basically a dig at MC Shaky thinking it was meant for him, right? And what he's saying is, you can't play with me. It's been a year. You should have did your little anniversary sale. Because I remember when they broke up, the sale was Louis or something like that. And he was saying you should have did your little sale and find you something safe to play with, for lack of better terms. He also mentioned that it's been a year and she was 4 in the hole. In New Orleans or somewhere in black culture, that means she done had 4 bodies within a year. And I said, why are you minding that girl cooch? Okay, it ain't yours no more. Anyway, but he said his daughter love him, and she does. And he was like, basically, that's what it is. Now, let's get into Supa's side of the story, because Supa said this nigga is stupid sent. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
So, I find it extremely funny how this is not my first child. Let's talk about this. I have a son, for the people that's only coming here because they don't know me. I have a son that's 11 years old, and I've never had this issue with my first baby daddy. And bitch, we was young. So imagine me being in my 30s dealing with some bitch ass shit like this. So boom, all this started because I made something on my Insta story saying, what I see on my Insta story for the people who is of course following the mess. I said, I'm miserable. Who y'all think I was talking about right here when I said this? All him mad, big miserable. Who y'all think I was talking about right here? Who y'all think I was talking about when I said that? Now anyway, now again, I got Leah back Sunday, right? I got Leah back Sunday. And when I got Leah back Sunday, today is fucking Tuesday. Bitch, what the fuck? Why is you making it seem like I kidnapped your child, ho? Why? Me and Lou been broke up since July 23rd, 2020. We been broke up. It's over. It's done. Ain't no going back. I can count on one hand how many times I seen Louis in person since July 23rd, 2002. I can count on one fucking hand how many times I seen Louis in person. Looked him in his face to face. On one, I swear on my children, on one hand, I can count on one hand how many times I seen this dude in person. When I asked to go get Leah, no, when he asked to come get Leah, I said, I'm going to have somebody come bring her to you. I'm going to have Nisa come drop her off. Oh, damn, we can't even see each other. Like I find it funny how we can't. What the fuck we got to see each other for? Why do we have to see each other? Why we don't got to pass, man. We don't got to see each other, bitch. I don't want to look at you, ho. What the fuck? We ain't have no problem with Leah until I got a nigga. Not to mention, I think you got a girl too, right? Now, when I posted, what I did, posted something on the story or whatever about, what did I do? Whatever I posted, and then he turned around and got on live with old bra or whatever. Cool. Now, it blew me, because I don't know if he found out about me posting something. Now, he already told me he had a girlfriend already. Okay, cool. Before I even said I had a boyfriend, he said he had a girlfriend. I guess he's been trying to get some type of reaction on me, but bitch, is not gonna happen. You need a girlfriend, bitch, so you can have somewhere to stay, and your daughter can come stay too. Bitch, I don't give a fuck where you have Leah, who you have her around, because I trust you as a father that you're not gonna bring her around nobody that's gonna cause harm to her. Whoever you fuck with, I do not fucking care, my nigga. We is not together. I know you're not gonna have this child around nobody you do not trust. I know this already, because you ain't that type of nigga. So I don't care who you fuck with. I don't care. When the Shade Room posted the picture I posted on my story with my dude, and then the Shade Room turned around and posted Lou on live with some girl, why would you text me at night and telling me you love me? Why? That is the ultimate disrespect. First of all, I felt played for the girl. Let's talk about this. I felt played for this girl. If you got a girlfriend, the last thing you need to be doing is playing with me. That is the last thing. Bitch, I wish a nigga would. The last thing you need to be doing is playing with me. Bitch, why would you text me I love you and 2 something in the morning you got a girlfriend that you flaunting on live? Why? Why?
Now y'all heard that. That was a part of the live that she did explaining what was going on. And that led to the infamous live that everybody was soundbiting and remixing. It went viral on Twitter and TikTok, really all platforms. Let's get into it.
How you gonna take me to court, Lewis? What address you gonna use, Lewis? What ID you gonna use, Lewis? How you gonna pay for these court fees, Lewis? If you come get Leah right now, where she gonna go, Lewis? Who house she gonna be by, Lewis? Where's her room, Lewis? Who car are you going to come pick her up in, Lewis? What car seat you gonna have to put her in, Lewis? Now, it's a lot of things I ain't never played with you about. It's a lot of things. You know I can air you the out. It's a lot of things I never played with you about. But see how you got on social media because you trying to show up in front of somebody? I will find you and smack the with you. You want to bring this to social media when you could have called my phone? Or you could have DM me, inbox me or something? You want to bring it to social media because you mad? Bitch, watch my mother smoke. Now you're not gonna get lit. And you can have it when you want, but not.
All right, y'all saw that, and I hate they had that filter on there. But anyway, that was the famous soundbite with the Lewis thing. Now, my thing and my takeaway from that when it came out was, well, Supergirl, doesn't that make you look like you were the liar and you was the impersonator? Because you made it seem to us as if Lewis was a prize. Whole time, he was a dependent. Didn't I tell y'all black women do this? I go off on black women all the time for this same thing. And I believe this is the same thing happening with Rayzor. Rayzor. She made him seem like he was something he not. If he bite and say something she don't like, she gonna get out here and she gonna drag him. But look, now I have to show you something else. So the signs were already there. They never left. And I feel like it is very important that we get into it and what was going on. Let's insert MC Shaky. Now, MC Shaky is a social media, well, he's on YouTube. He's really good on YouTube. He's a social media influencer. He does really well. He's based out of New Orleans. Currently, he's still locked up. Somebody gave me some false information. They told me Shaky was home, but they said not till next year. Anyway, look. Shaky is an influencer on social media, a blogger, vlogger, whatever you want to call him. He's over at MC Shaky on YouTube, Instagram, and everything. Y'all can go over there and subscribe. He's an amazing dude. And him and Supa had their own personal beefs. There was lawsuits. There was all kinds of stuff going back and forth between him, Supa, Brett, BB Judy, all of them. They all had beef with MC Shaky. So MC Shaky made it his life's work to go and get tea on Supa as he always had in the past. Now, this young lady that you're looking at right here, her name is Regan. Regan is also a social media influencer. I would say in the beauty, sexy category. She's a very beautiful girl, very fine girl. Regan is fine as hell. But Regan is the baby mother of Rayzor. Rayzor. She used to be with Rayzor from high school. They had a tumultuous past. She says he's not involved in her son's life at all. I want to say at the time of this interview a year ago, I believe she said her son was like 15. And basically, Rayzor just basically left her son by the wayside. And she also talked about how he was extremely violent. You guys, I want to share some snippets of this interview with MC Shaky and Regan. You guys, please go over to MC Shaky on YouTube and check out the entire video. I don't want to give you everything, just some snippets so you guys can see what has been going on behind the scenes when it pertains to her and her baby daddy, Rayzor. Now, Rayzor seems like to me, I ain't gonna lie, when I met him, or when I ain't never met him, but when I seen him on social media, I thought he was a little fruity. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was a fruity loop, but ultimately, it turns out he has quite the opposite past with the women. And I don't know, we'll get into that in a second. Let's take a listen to some of the things this girl had to say about Rayzor and his past. Check it out.
2006, 2005, 2006, we were talking. We went to prom together and decided to be boyfriend, girlfriend. 2006. And then I decided, I was like, my mama had a conversation with me. She was like, Regan, you about to go to college. I got accepted into college. She just paid for my dorm and everything. I'm older than him, but he was a grade behind me. So it was like a maybe not kind of thing for him, which again, I wasn't tripping, but then it was crazy. It was like one girl came to me, told me she was pregnant for him too, and I'm like, oh my God, like, and then my mama was like, Regan, you're a woman now. So she said, let's have this woman a woman. She was like, I'm going to file for child support right now. She was like, because one thing that we don't need is you running after him to need financial assistance. So when that was filed, his mom said, well, my son is not getting a job. He's in high school. So she was like, any kind of bills that he gonna have, that's on me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I had my baby. He asked for a test. I told him no problem. And actually, he didn't even sleep with me at the hospital the day after I had my son. His mom was under the impression that he did, but he actually went to sleep by some girl house, in which that came to my knowledge because the girl reached out to me when my baby was maybe 3 weeks old and was like, I guess they had an argument. So she came to me, woman to woman shit, and was like, he slept at my house. He said that's not his baby and all this and that. So I was just like, I was evil about it. But once he actually picked me up from the hospital. No, yeah, he picked me up from the hospital. He was like, my mama said we got to get a DNA. So I said, it's fine, let's get a DNA. Because I'm for sure, like, this the only guy I'm with. So then my baby whole face turns to his the next week. And he was like, I don't need it. So I'm like, no, you asked for it. I was embarrassed by you asking. Let's get it.
Right.
I'm still waiting for that to this day. I wish I could. But
Hey, y'all, before we move forward with some more information from Regan, you guys, it dawned on me that there was some cheating allegations by Rayzor or for Rayzor through another burn page on Instagram. And I remember Supa had to come to his defense and basically say it was just all made up. Now, this girl is saying that he had multiple women and everything as well. But I wanted to share that little video with Supa clearing that up. Check this out.
This thing that's been going on for, I think it's been four or 5 days, I believe. And 4 or 5 days, right? So now when somebody sent this page 4 or 5 days ago, Rayzor told me about the page first. This page had us all blocked. This page had me blocked. It had Brittany blocked. It had Ray blocked. It had all our business pages blocked. It had all us blocked, right? So I'm like, well, I can't see the page, so show me the page, right? So, and the only reason why I'm addressing this, because I told Ray not to say nothing, because this have nothing to do with Ray. The reason why this had nothing to do with Ray, because this is a complete target at me, as always. The same thing happened when I was with Lou. As soon as I got engaged, a Baby Leger page came out. Somebody said they was pregnant. No face, nobody face was being showed. They was posting these, whatever. As soon as I got engaged, same thing going on. Got engaged, a baby bro page came out. This page started following everybody that followed me for some reason. So that's how I knew it was direct. It was direct target towards me, because if you pregnant for Rayzor, why is you following all my people, right? So this page is following all my people, not following Ray people, following my people. So that's how I knew this page was a target towards me and not Ray. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just and that's me having to explain to Ray what came with dealing with me. So what comes with dealing with me is for some reason, I don't know what's going on, but they got people that be trying to make fake things, fake DMs, fake this, fake that, and it targets me. And they try to make it seem like you this, you that, just to make me look bad. And of course, it's going to hinder him. Of course, it's going to make him look bad, make whatever.
All right, y'all heard her explain that, and I feel two ways about this. Number one, New Orleans is a crab in the bucket or barrel or wherever you from, how you say it. That's the type of city they are. They will tear you down, and they do be tearing Supa down every time she get into a relationship. On the flip side, Supa do be getting in relationships with ain't shit niggas. Because it was also proven that Lou was cheating, just like this girl is on here saying Rayzor had multiple girls pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, girl, it's a little bit of both. Supa is not making good decisions as it pertains to these men. But let's get back to this doggone interview real quick.
So, I had my son 2 weeks after I had my son. Like, I called him and I'm like, I need wipes. And he was like, I'm on tour with my partners, like, use a wet towel or something. And I'm like, what?
And what part did you say, you know what, I don't have no to yourself?
It was a long road because, like I said, there was a lot of young ladies he was dealing with. We were children. So it was a lot of girls that were angry at the fact that I had my son. It's a lot of girls. So it was a lot of fussing, fighting, and all this. I had a girl slash my tires and all of this. So it was a crazy road, but I think by the time my son was maybe 1, I was like, this too much. Like, because it was a lot and he wasn't helping. And like my son, by the time he was 4 weeks old, I was applying for a job. Like, all and every time he got a girlfriend, he will forget that he has a child. Like, this has been going on for a long time.
Every time he get a girlfriend, he forget he have a son. He has a son. But when he does not have a girlfriend, he remembers he has a son.
Now, y'all heard the character of Mr. Rayzor. He was a cheater, and he wasn't taking care of his child. She helped him get the license back and all of that because he was in arrears on child support because he wasn't paying. Now, let's get into the part where she said Rayzor would get physical with her out in the parking lot in front of Walmart. Y'all check it out.
He need diapers. So I was like, you need to buy diapers for your own house. Like, I'm nickel and diamond. Like, I can't hardly afford diapers. So I ain't got none to spare. So he was like, well, if you ain't giving me no diapers, then you need to come get them. So I'm like, okay, meet me in the parking lot in Walmart in La Place. So he was like, all right. So he pulls up in the parking lot and I tell my friend Jessica, I look over to her and I said, girl, they got a crowbar down there. If he act up, bitch, come out swinging. Like, I'm playing. So she was like, there go the truck. So I see him and I'm laughing. And as I'm getting out the car, I didn't pay attention. He's swinging at me full force. And he hits the top of the car and he missed me. And we just started fighting. And she did just like what we talked about. She got out the car swinging. And by the time she getting out the car, he got 3 other friends coming out the car. And they all jumped on us. And they're jumping on us and I'm fighting, and it's to the point this boy got his fingers digging in my eye and he's trying to gouge my eye out. And one of his brother, I want to say, was like, dog, she just want a baby. So he goes and gets my son out the car and throws my baby in the car. And this pisses me off even more so. So I'm like trying to get at him, but by this time they all done got in the car and they left. So I'm like, why did no one help us? Like, it's a whole, audience. So they was like, y'all will be back together tomorrow type shit. So I'm like, what the hell? So, I called the police, I pressed charges and everything like that. So the police told me I had to do a restraining order for me and for my son because I couldn't keep my son away from him.
Right.
So I went to the court, I filed. Just to the peace I filed, and me and my son had a restraining order on him for a long time. And we went to court about it, and the judge was like, do you understand this young lady almost went blind? Because I had to go to the eye doctor, and they said I had damage in this eye, which it's not bad anymore. But the judge was like, I'm honoring this restraining order. Like, this is crazy. So once we had to go back to court, by then he got into some more legal trouble, so I didn't want him to get into any more legal trouble, so I didn't show up for court.
All right, now y'all heard that this girl said he done pulled up to the Walmart because he needed Pampers. She told him buy his own Pampers for his own house, and he done pulled up and almost gouged her out. Girl, listen, Rayzor ain't the little innocent person that he seems to be. If you ask me, he might be scrapping with his own personal things going on the inside, if you know what I mean. Anyways, y'all, this is crazy. Now she's gonna speak a little bit about the relationship with Supa and how basically he neglects her son and only deals with the young two, and basically how he spends all this money on Supa, in my opinion, which is Supa money, but basically don't give a damn about her child. Check it out.
Castles and this and that and that. I'm like,
He went out for her birthday.
huh?
He went out for her birthday. He went out.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So, after that, I text him and I'm like, look, dude, like, you gotta do something because at this point, your son is 14, 15, he made 15. I said, you know, he's able to get online and see what you're doing for this person. Like, you gotta let him know that he means more to you than anything. You know what I'm saying? Make him feel special. And I said, what I'll do is I'm gonna create a group chat for all three of us so that we can repair this, because like, this is really bad. You know, he is 15 and he's seeing these things. He's seeing you interacting with your two boys, because that's all you see on his page is his two boys. You're not seeing him. You're not seeing my son, you know, on there. So I'm like, dude, we gotta repair. So I created the group chat. He was not really. I created the group chat, and again, it was really no nothing. And you know, I even offered. I said, hey, he said, can he see him? He said he was actually going to be coming to Atlanta, which that was Judy's wedding. So he said he was actually coming into Atlanta and he wanted to see him. I said, well, you know, due to the last incident that occurred, I don't feel comfortable with just sending him. I said, so me and you need to have a conversation first before that happens. He agreed. The conversation didn't ever really happen.
All right, y'all heard that. And you know, the part that stuck out to me the most is the fact that this girl has his first child and he has no relationship with this little boy, yet he's around parading with Supa and the kids and the other two kids that he has, and he's not active in his son's life. And I'm pretty sure as a teenager, that little boy understands that his daddy ain't shit. Ultimately, the reason I put Regan in there in this interview was to show the character of this little Rayzor character. And it to me sounds like, Supa, you did dodge a bullet. And at this point, since this is the third Negro, because I forgot the first one name before Lou. This is the third or fourth. Oh, I forgot the one that was in jail. Supa, at this point, we know you like a little girls every now and again. Just go ahead and get your old lady. It's working out very well for Judy and Brett. Go find you an old lady and go lay down, Supa, because these niggas gonna keep using you and you gonna keep getting used up, girl. You're just not good at picking them fat. Don't worry about it. But Supa, again, just to wrap this video up, we've seen this movie before. You are like many other black women, not only in the city of New Orleans, Atlanta, all prominent black places where black women are successful. They go get these nutting ass niggas, dust them off, shine them up, put them in front of the internet, make them look as if they're more successful than they are, which in fact, typically 99.9 times out of 10, they are not. And then when, not if, but when things go left, here we are again, finding out that them niggas ain't shit. How many times have I got to do these videos, Supa? Supa, y'all not together no more, fat. The city of New Orleans is dragging you, girl. I know you don't care, you're used to it. I don't think you deserve it, but ultimately it's kind of like, girl, par for the course. You've been doing this shit over and over the same way. You know how they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and over and over and expecting a different result? That's you, Supa. So Supa and Ray are no longer, and here we are discussing yet another breakup from a successful black woman who just don't know how to pick a good black man. Black women, let me say this before I get up out of here. Black love ain't always just what it seems to be. Stop looking at these people on social media. These people be lying to y'all, girl. They ain't happy like they say they is. Anyways, what y'all think about this? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms at Voodoo Doll TV, and I see y'all hoes later. Black women, stay safe, bitch, and stay smart. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.